little muscle up tutorial. One thing you do for sure is stop doing your pull-ups to your chin. You want to do them to the base of your chest and improve that range of motion. And you don't want to be concerned with your reps. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you're only doing 5 sets of 1, but you're doing them to your chest, you come back in 2 days, 3 days, shoot for 2, 3, 5, you know, stay at it for, you know, 4 to 6 weeks if it takes.
Trying not to get swallowed by locusts, trying to stay focused, kind of like Moses. Like somebody chose us. It's weight on my shoulder. I feel these emotions, but still I can't.
Yeah, so you see, like the last one, I didn't even really fully get to where I needed to be, but you don't want to compensate any form for another rep. It doesn't matter. All right, so another one, there's a great exercise. You need kind of like, I'd say about a shoulder high length straight bar. But this one is great, I think, because it teaches you the form of it. It just trains your body for it. I don't see too many people teaching it, but I think it's a great tool. If you don't have a straight bar that's shoulder length, you could weigh down a squat rack and you could play with it like that. Just be careful. Or a Smith machine in the gym, just watch your head on the top of it. I've done that myself. So yeah, check it out. So you want to keep your feet and your knees together.
Gotta make it home to my baby. 'Cause these days they say me. Gotta make it home to my baby. Holla, yeah, look. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby.
Yeah, so when you're doing those, that's the form of your muscle up. You know, you want your energy directly underneath you. You don't want your feet flailing out. You want to keep your knees in, your feet together. And your hand placement should really be like right outside your hips. If you go too narrow, it's going to be too hard. If you go too wide, it's going to be too hard. Right outside the hips. That's a great one just to practice the form that you want your body to be doing, that movement. Another exercise that you could do, straight bar dips. So I see a lot of people do straight bar dips, and when they do them, they go to their belly button with it. And I mean, I guess that's all right if you're just trying to get exercise out of it, but if you want to train those muscles to get that muscle up, you need to do it in the negative. So you need to increase that range of motion, just like with your pull-up, we're increasing the range of motion to your chest. You need to increase that same thing on the push. So you need to go to your chest. Straighten your leg, flex your shins, and you want to go as low to that bar as you can, and then press out of it. You know, you could do sets of that, 3 to 5 sets, 5 to 10 reps, and that's the negative. That's the bottom of your muscle up. That's gonna help tremendously. So I'll demonstrate that real quick.
It's a dice game, and they dare you to blow it. You might get a stripe, man, but that ain't gonna pay for the strollers. It's never enough to console her. Tell her your daddy a soldier. She needs you right now.
All right, so you're doing 10 to 15 clean pull-ups, locking out, chin over bar. They're beautiful. You're doing 5 pull-ups, clean, chest to bar. They're beautiful. Your straight bar dips are great. You're doing that top to bottom squat into a muscle up. You're still not getting your muscle up and you can't figure it out. Another tip that you could do is learn to throw your hips above the bar so you can get on top of it and start your muscle up from the top instead of from the bottom. Swinging down, you could use momentum to swing back up. So I'll show that one real quick.
Holla, yeah, look. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby.
All right, so you tried it from the top. That's not working either. Another one that I like to teach people, not everybody does it, is kind of starting with momentum at the bottom. So you run through. I don't know if I said this earlier, but a muscle up is an aggressive movement. Anybody that thinks that they're gonna get a muscle up passively is in for a rude awakening. You gotta attack it. So when I say with a running start, I see a lot of people, what they do is, I've seen guys start from a fence and run 20 feet and then they just stop all their momentum and plant their feet. That does nothing. You have to run through, and when you run through on that backswing momentum, take it and use it to spring yourself up. From what I've seen, my experience, that has been the most successful for a lot of people that feel like they're on the fringe and they're really close. I get a lot of people to get their first muscle up like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, once you're able to get it like that, you'll be able to string that one running start one into 2 muscle ups from the top coming down, and then you'll get 3, and then eventually you don't need to run, you know. So I wouldn't be too concerned with it. I know some people are like, ah, fuck that, it's not clean. It's not about clean or not. I'm trying to get a muscle up. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna have a pristine muscle up the first ones I do. So I wouldn't take any concern with getting a running start. So I'll demonstrate doing it where you stop all your momentum, and then I'll show it again where you run through and take the momentum with you.
Doubling back as an owner. The moment of truth is opponents. Call the promoters.
All right, so that's all I got for you. I strengthen my shoulders, strengthen my back, strengthen my chest, strengthen my triceps, make sure I'm always stretching all of that, my rotator cuff for sure, coupling that with all of those exercises. And one thing that I didn't show that you can definitely use is a resistance band. Same thing, a lot of people say, oh my God, I'm not using that, this and that. Who cares, man? Like, you gotta get it how you can. So if that's gonna help me, I'm gonna do that. You know, don't worry about a stigma and breaking a band out in a park. Just be courteous, and when you're done using it, slide it to the side so the people that don't need it don't have to move it themselves. I hope this is helpful. It's the first one that I'm doing like this, so we'll try to expand upon that with other movements. And yeah, good luck getting that first muscle up. I know there's a lot of people that want it, and I know there's a lot of people that know they can do it and just don't know how. So I hope that this is helpful, and get to it.